Get Ready to Rock Radio, music you want to hear.
Well, we're saying hello here at Get Ready to Rock to one of the legends of melodic hard rock, of rock in general. Hello to Lynn Turner.
Hello, how are you? How is everyone?
And it's nice to talk to you. You're there. I assume you're in New Jersey at the moment.
I'm actually in a gymnasium in New Jersey next to my apartment because I'm hardly ever here. I tour the world so much that, you know, this is like a home base. It's only 10 minutes outside of New York, really. Again, I was there last night, and I'll fly back to Greece. So I'm quite busy and happy for it. Fortunate. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about being busy. We're talking towards the end of March 2016, and you're not long back from the UK because you played the Hard Rock Hell AOR event.
Right.
And you went down a storm there, Joe. We reviewed that at the website and got some great photographs of you as well. But, I mean, you got a great reaction there. And you're back. I should mention to listeners that you're coming back in August for the Rewind Festival. Yes,
I've been fortunate enough to come back for Rewind. I did 2 of them last year, and they were so much fun. Everybody is. That's a well-organized unit there. The Rewind guys, and they're just terrific. And then all the acts as well they all get along, and we all love each other's music, and it's just one of the better festivals, I think, of the summer.
Oh, that's good. I mean, we should say it is primarily, the 80s, isn't it? So you fit into that quite nicely, but you're probably one of the more rocky acts on the bill.
I am the rock act on the bill.
Good.
With Belinda Carlisle and all this, and I'm going, where do I fit in? And then when I took the stage, the place went crazy. It was just great. What a great reaction from the people. And I want to mention that the people are celebrating life.
Yes.
And it is such a nice thing to see when you're playing these huge festivals. There must have been about 40 and 50,000 respectively in each festival. And they're all happy to be there. And it's positive energy. It was amazing.
Yes. Well, they obviously like you because they've asked you back, and you played Henley-on-Thames in 2015, and it's going from strength to strength. We should also mention that last April you played acoustically in the UK, but unfortunately I think you lost your voice, didn't you, basically, after a couple of gigs?
I came down with the worst virus that I ever had in my entire life, and it lasted. 2 doctors in Germany, 1 in Russia, and finally the Greek doctor. He gave me. He had something that actually helped me, but it wasn't fully over until this about a month and a half ago. Here, I went to a specialist, and he had some kind of new antibiotic. And I don't mean to bore you with this, but I was so sick. I've never canceled a gig in my life. It wasn't just being hoarse or sore throat. It was respiratory. It was sinus. It was everything. I was a mess, and I was in a hotel in Frankfurt for 2 days. Just I couldn't go anywhere.
Oh, well, it's good to hear that you're back in action and you're back to full health. Yeah, I mean, we started off the sequence here with the album that's come out in March, and that's from 1985, recorded in Boston in December 1985, and the track Soul Searcher, which of course was included on your debut solo album. And we'll come back to this as we go on here, Joe, but it's a great way to start off a glittering career, I have to say. Just going back to the gigs and the set lists, how do you organise things these days? Because there must be an expectation of certain songs that you have to include. And do you feel a bit, how can I say, really constrained a bit by your Rainbow pass? Because by playing a lot of Rainbow, you're not obviously touching some of that great solo material.
Yeah, it's a very good question that you asked, because I'm just now on the turn of all of that. For example, when I did the few dates, we had Endlessly in this set and a few other things, a few nuggets, and we discussed the fact that I need to do more and more original stuff. Yes, I am constrained by the Rainbow stuff because, number one, nobody was out there doing it. Nobody was holding, shall we say, the flame, for Rainbow. Ronnie's gone, and Doogie's doing his demon eyes thing, and so I'm the one that's carrying the torch. And of course, there's going to be the people who want "I Surrender" and "Stone Cold" and "Street of Dreams" and "Can't Let You Go" and "Can't Have to Get" and all these songs, because this is what they grew up on. I think it's really terrible for an artist to turn his back on his past.
Yes.
Because that's what's made you, and that's what the audience likes. And if you refuse to play these songs for whatever reason, I think you're doing a disservice to everyone, including yourself.
That's right. So, but what you're saying in the future, really, there might be a little bit more balance in between, the older stuff and I should say the band stuff like Rainbow and your solo career.
I've got so much material, it's going to be very difficult to choose. But at the same time, we'll choose them. And I'm going to try to cut out most of the Rainbow at all, none. And just, because I've been generally accused here and there about just being this quote unquote, Deep Purple Rainbow singer. And I'm like, that's a little strange because, that doesn't ring totally true to me. But either way, okay, everyone has an opinion on the internet these days. So that being said, I'm going to change the whole lot of it, and hopefully we'll learn a few rainbows just in case we have to pull them out.
Well, I hope this sequence will help matters in a very small way, because we'll be featuring a lot of material that you've produced over the years, aside from the most obvious stuff. So it'll give people a flavour. If they don't know already, they will get a better idea. Yeah. I know that you're at the moment. Are you getting ready for some Greek dates?
Yeah, I'm just doing some, acoustic stuff with my good friend George Gakis.
Oh, yes.
Who's a phenomenal singer. We play guitar and sing, and we just have a blast doing this stuff. It's not for the money, really. It's more because we love each other as brothers, and I love Greece, and my wife loves Greece, and we go over there and we have a great time, and I enjoy it so much to be intimate with the people.
Yes. And have you done that you've obviously done that previously, have you, previous years?
Yeah, and that's why it's catching on now. I only did a couple of shows, and now we're doing, I think, 9 or 10, and everywhere we go, it's just packed, and the people are loving it, and we get very loose. Yes. It's nothing formal, and we start doing cover songs and songs that influenced me when I was a kid, and I tell stories, and people ask questions, and every night has just been wonderful so far.
Yes.
I'm having a great time with them.
Do you treat this almost like a working holiday, is it, for you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's wonderful you said that, because at this stage of the game, we build in, I say that, my team and I, we build in places that we like to go.
Yes.
And we have some days off, and we go to the beaches, or 4 days ago I was sitting on the beach having fresh fish lunch and my feet in the sand, and now I'm back in New York. I just played for this Chinese billionaire last night. It was a phenomenal party that he threw. And I did that acoustically as well, and people loved it. So now I fly back to Greece, finish that off, then I go to Russia and do some amazing stuff down there, because I'm trying to get involved in the developmental music program that is coming out of the government, and I'm pretty well connected there, as you may suspect. And I'm really excited about doing something other than just touring and all that. I mean, this would be development of some younger people who want to know about all kinds of music.
Yeah, bringing on the next generation, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's exactly right.
Yeah.
And they want to change their sort of outlook from just folky type songs and really trashy pop. He wants to do something with more substance.
And I suppose from your point of view, Joe, you feel like you're really putting something back into the music business, aren't you? I mean, it's like it's almost gone full circle for you,
Yeah, I'm really trying, and at the same time, I'm developing from it in a way that I'm, because when my time comes and I can't shake a leg anymore on the stage, I'm going to be doing other things within the musical framework.
Yes.
And I think that's going to set me up just perfect for my older age, shall we say.
Oh. That's a bit off yet, though, isn't it? Yeah.
I certainly hope so.
I hope so.
I mean, I'll be 65 in August, but it doesn't show. I'm a grandfather now. My daughter gave me his grandson. He's beautiful, but took me a while to get my head around that.
And that in itself, it keeps you youthful, doesn't it, really?
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the floor. It does,
Yeah.
I'm on the floor playing with the baby, and it's just phenomenal.
Oh, this is good. Let's go into this then, Joe. There's so much to talk about, and you're actually really a fascinating character because you've been involved with so many different things, and from what you're saying there, you're still getting involved in certain things, and it's really interesting. It makes for a full life, I suppose, at the end of the day.
This is radio for the internet age. Get ready to rock radio.
We should mention that you have a new album coming out in May called Edge of Tomorrow, and this is Sunstorm. Sunstorm is just one of many of the projects you've got involved with. Some have proved more durable perhaps than others, Joe. But, does it concern you that perhaps some of these projects, they do remain, I suppose it's a feature of the modern way, isn't it? They remain studio-based. And they're probably not viable as a going concern in terms of the touring.
Well, I'll confront that right now because with this release of Edge of Tomorrow, which I think is probably a harder, heavier, sort of melodic metal, is what I call it. This is a really great album with a really great band. I think Simone Molinari is a guitar star. And brilliant, just brilliant, and people who listen to it will agree, I'm sure. But we said, with the 4 Sunstorm records now, why don't I just get the band together, and why don't we do 10, 12 dates, shows? And Serafino from Frontiers came back to me and just said, well, let's do one big concert in Milan. And I said, you can't just do one show. You're going to have all this preparation, get the band ready, all the guys. We got to do several shows. We should do at least a mini tour, and we're working on that now.
All right.
So, although they are projects, just like many other things, in my opinion, I don't know what the hullabaloo is all about. Where it's always got to be a band or something. Because what you're doing, as long as you deliver great music, great new music to people, that's all they should care about. In my opinion, is that you put on this. Record, and it does something for you, like all music, good music should. And that's what it's about. It's about the music. It's not about, a band patch on your jacket or anything. Look at Rated X. We have a great album there. We wanted to be a band, and I kept stressing the fact that this is a band, this is a band. And yet when it came down to being a band, Tony was off doing solo stuff. Carmine was off doing different projects and solo stuff and drum wars and Vanilla Fudge and everything. And we couldn't even find 2 weeks where we could go out and do some festivals.
Mm.
And I think it just dropped the ball on the whole thing. So I got so frustrated from that. I learned a lesson. I said, you know what? As soon as you put all these notables together and do a record, you've got to deal with their schedules. And it was impossible. So it's difficult to promote that.
Mm.
But in this case, I think it's still all about the music.
Get ready to rock radio.
I'm working on a project now that's going to sort of reinvent me. He's a very well-to-do Swedish producer, and it's going to be a darker album, and it's going to be a different person, not the different person, but a different personality of the one person. So that sounds kind of strange, but it's going to be darker, heavier, but still musically accessible. And that's going to put the Lynn Turner touch on it, because it's still going to be me, but it's, when I played a track for somebody, one of my good friends, they said, no one will know it's you. And I said, you're right. He goes, but right there. He goes, right there, that note right there, that's a you. And he goes, but you're using a different voice. He says, how many voices do you have? And I said to him, I don't know, but it seems to be whenever I need a particular voice, I just pull it out of a hat. And I can go after it, and I have the ability, thank God, to do it. So this is going to be interesting, and that's yet to come. And we need to get together in the studio in Sweden and continue our writing and continue our projected vision for the
yes.
project.
It sounds
So
really,
we'll see.
really exciting.
It's really going to be great.
Yes.
I think you're going to love it.
And we're hoping that you get back and play some, longer tour dates in the UK, certainly, and maybe. Would you hope that will be on the back of perhaps the Sunstorm album, or maybe this other project as well?
Well, I certainly hope so, because I love to play in the UK. The fans are still there, and they're still active about it. And it's unfortunate, but economy, everything. I think many people don't know what affects this business as a business, and why the artist is only some places and not other places. And a lot of it is economics.
Yes,
you better believe it. A lot of it is, and of course routing and things like that. Like I had to blow off Spain until the fall, and now we're trying to pick up Spain in the fall, and maybe then we'll coincide with some more UK dates with the rewind, and we'll see how it goes.
From us all here at Get Ready to Rock, thank you so much, and all the very best for your future activities as well.
Thank you for a wonderful, wonderful conversation. I really appreciate this.